Hello, boys and girls. This week we have been learning about ways that people and animals get ready for the cold weather and how these animals prepare for winter. Okay, so these are some pictures of some animals that hibernate. Animals can also adapt to their environment, which we'll talk more about later, and animals can migrate or travel to another place during the winter. Okay, but some animals need to hibernate. And when an animal hibernates, that means that the animal is going to spend either part of the winter or the whole winter in a deep sleep. Okay, and animals need to hibernate for a few different reasons. Okay, one of the main reasons animals hibernate is because in the wintertime, their food supply becomes very low and they will not have enough food to eat. Okay, another reason animals hibernate is because an animal like a frog or a snake or a turtle are cold-blooded, which means that their body temperature is the same temperature as what is outside. And if the weather in the winter is very, very cold, a frog or a snake or a turtle is also going to be very cold and then they will not survive. So a frog or a turtle, they will bury themselves in the mud below the frost line in order to survive the winter. And they will stay there under the mud until it warms up enough and it's safe for them to come back out. Snakes will hibernate in groups and they will find places in underground and they will hide away for the winter. Okay, other animals that hibernate, and some animals hibernate for the whole winter. Some animals will hibernate for 4 months, and that means that they will crawl into their den or their cave or underground, and they will not come out again until the weather has warmed up enough for them to be safe. Okay, now in order to hibernate, these animals are going to have to get ready first. So in the fall, before the snow comes or before the weather is really cold, animals like mice, not all mice, but the jumping mouse, and animals like chipmunks and some ground squirrels will make a bed by pulling grasses and things and making a soft bed in their home. They will also eat a lot of food and they will put on fat and the fat will be able to keep them warm and alive during this cold weather when they don't have any other food. Animals also will store away food, and a chipmunk or a skunk will wake up once in a while and they will eat some of their food that they've stored away, and then they will go back to sleep. Okay, an animal like a brown bear or a black bear, now they're not true hibernators, meaning that they don't spend the entire winter asleep. They will also wake up once in a while to eat some of their food. An animal like a groundhog, which there's not a picture of on this screen, but a groundhog is an animal that we would call a true hibernator. They can sleep for up to 4 or 5 months without waking up at all. Their heart rate is going to slow down to about 4 or 5 beats a minute, which is really interesting because normally their heartbeats would be 80 beats a minute. Okay, a true hibernator will stay in their underground burrow until the weather is not freezing anymore. Okay, so these are just a few pictures of some of the animals that hibernate. Okay, we're also going to talk about animals that migrate and adapt, but I wanted to focus on some of these animals today.